Today's video has been brought to you in sponsorship with soup. Perfect for the flu season. So yeah, if the audio's rubbish, yeah, I have the flu and this is the best I can do. I will be editing out all the coughing, spluttering, sneezing, and general bleh. So once again, we're in a situation that we've got two events out at the same time. We have the USS event, the official name is Fallen Wings, and we also have the Chinese New Year event, and that's basically a series of daily quests as well as a bunch of skins that you can purchase through the gem shop. So daily quests again is just from the academy for the New Year's event. So just get the quest, go through the dialogue. We'll probably end up with a translation for that through the Azur Lane Oni group. I can tell you that the quest itself was involving just do 5 constructions, so the easiest way to do is just to go into the quest, click onto there, it takes you where you need to go, and because the USS Fallen Wings event has limited time for construction, might as well do 10 constructions at the same time and see if we actually get anything good. However, obviously I didn't, so got a whole load of dupes, which meant that I would turn them in later for medals, and I got trolled by Oklahoma quite a bit in this one. Anyway, it did mean that I did complete the quest, which gave me the reward, which is the daily token, and I got 200 tokens for doing 3 constructions in the day, and that's the new reward currency for the new USS event. These are the New Year's skins. The Kisaragi skin is from doing 7 of the daily quests, and like the Christmas ones, they will change the main screen when set as a secretary ship. Now, in the limited time construction, we do have 3 ships in the pool. That's the USS Washington, USS Colorado, and USS Maryland. So that is what we're hunting for in the construction. This here is USS Maryland, so quite lucky to get her here, and she has the Big 7 skill, and she also has her own unique skill. Now, finishing off the construction, and you can see didn't get anything other than her in that bunch. So doing 10 more again, so just looking to see what we've got, and here's the USS Colorado, and again she's got the Big 7 skill. I wasn't able to get USS Washington. I did get another Sandy dupe, but I do hope to get Washington at some other point. So now what we've got here is the new version of the store, except it isn't a store. Instead, it's a random draw system. This is why we get so many of these tokens, because you can either do a single batch draw or a 10 batch draw, and you will deplete the number from 200 down to 0, and people think that once you've done that, you will unlock the next stage of the draw. However, nobody's verified that yet, so that is just speculation at this stage. So we do a 10 batch draw, and this is the result. So at this stage, nothing special, but every single reward here, or every single item from the draw, is from the pool that you can find if you click the little blue button under the numbers, and that shows you exactly what you can get out of the lucky dip, as it were. So that's why we get so many of these medals, and we just have to grind it all down. So let's go into the event now. Now, obviously, I don't know any of these translations yet, and again, I'm hoping that the Oni team will have a bit of a go at doing some translations for it, so we can actually get some translations up. It'll probably be on the Oni page, but maybe if we can get the translations, I might even add them to the description of the video at a later point. So here we have the Helena, and that's South Carolina. And there's Washington. Okay, so in we go into A1. Now, the thing to note about A1 is that we're going to have 6 node spawns. It's level 31. You have to clear 3 of the node spawns to get the boss to spawn, and the boss is level 33. So, the notable drops in this is Charles Osborne, and you need to clear 15 nodes in total for the 3-star clear. You only need to defeat the boss once to actually clear the map and spawn the next map. You get 10 medals for defeating the boss, and with the daily boost, which is times 3, that's going to be 30, and that resets every day, but you only get that once per day. I went into this blind, so I had no idea what I'd be facing or what levels they would be, so I ended up choosing my best fleet at first, and then I soon went with my Fletcher fleets. Obviously this now means cueing some music as I'm getting into battle. So it's not demanding at this stage, but the hard mode does take a little bit of thought. I think the next stage, which is going to be released on the 1st of January, that will end up being a little bit more demanding. So chapter 2, that's going to be the B set of maps and B set of maps. Those will probably be a little bit more challenging than this set, especially the hard set of the B maps. So as you've seen, the enemies this time around is just the sirens, and as said before, you only need to defeat the map once to clear to the next stage and get the rewards. The rewards aren't anything special, so it's just a construction cube and some coins, and the 3-star clear rewards, which I then went back and did. It's just the fuel. So now on to A2. This features the new movement and chase mechanic, and the amount of squares that you can move is tied to the fleet movement speed. You've got 6 node spawns, and they're going to be level 35. You need to clear 4 of those to spawn the boss. The boss is level 36. You've got 1 Siren Chaser that moves 2 squares every 2 of your turns, and that is a level 35. So now we're back to the battles and back to the music. So here's the battle with the Siren Chaser. At this stage it's not actually a threat or anything. In the hard modes it's more of a challenge and it's a little bit more of a nuisance as well. I can imagine that in the next stage it will be more of a threat and a danger. We need to defeat the boss twice here so that you can clear the map and move on to the next one. You get 15 medals each time you defeat the boss. Obviously with the 3 times daily bonus that makes it 45 medals for once a day. For the 3-star bonus clear reward you need to clear 25 of the modes. And the notable drops on this map are Cleveland and Helena. Obviously I'm going to skip past all of the clearing and go straight to the boss fight again for the second battle. And in the second battle I'll talk about the enemy's patterns for free combat. Now once you clear past all of the trash, you'll notice that the boss does mainly 2 attacks. There's the blue wave firing attack, which is quite slow and easy to dodge, and they also do a wall of torpedoes. One comes from the front, the other comes from behind. Now if you're at the top of the screen or the bottom of the screen you can generally avoid the attacks, but as the boss moves around and will try and target you, if you stay at the bottom, those torpedoes will come down and attack you. So it's good to have carriers in your fleet so that you can launch planes to get rid of any of those attacks and reposition yourself to try and then dodge the next wave of incoming torpedoes. So after that it's time to collect the reward, and it's another crafting cube and coins. Now I actually then went back later and 3-starred the map, and the reward for 3-star clearing the map is the universal bullet. So on to A3. Now again it's 6 nodes, these are going to be level 38, you need to kill 4 of them again to spawn the boss is level 39. This time you face 2 Siren Chasers, however there is a little trick to avoid them. You can actually hide your fleets in the enemy nodes, and so the Sirens can't attack you whilst you're in there. Now to clear the map and complete the map you need to defeat the boss 3 times, and you're going to get a base level of 20 medals each time you defeat the boss. So again with the daily 3 times bonus that's 60, and again for the 3-star clear bonus you need to defeat 25 nodes. The notable drops this time around are Indianapolis and the new carrier Wasp. And yet again the movement mechanic comes into play here, so you need to be careful with that. And we're going to cue some music again. And into the boss battle. Now, the boss here will start to look intimidating because you're going to be facing 3 sirens. However, there is a rather easy mechanic to deal with them, and that is basically to try and stay near the centre of the map, because the fan shot, again, it's fairly slow moving, but there is this large enough gap right in the centre that you can just have your fleet sit in and it will just pass them by without them really taking any damage. You just have to then deal with the smaller shots, and they're not exactly as hard hitting as the bigger fan shot hit is. So you sit there and you just then deal damage to the boss and you generally be fine. Just don't get too far away that your guns can't then reach the boss, and take down the boss using your back row as per usual. So in the final clear, you'll actually see that I handle the mechanics a bit better, because first time round you don't know what the mechanics are, so it's a huge learning curve. So in the final clear, you'll see that I'm threading the waves a little bit better, and the torpedoes as well, and the ships are then just basically taking down the 2 mini bosses as well as the larger main siren boss, and it's a much cleaner kill in terms of not taking any damage. In the hard mode, it's more important to get it right than it is in this version, so basically just think of this as practice. So now we're into the cutscene. You probably have noticed that we have a bit of a teaser for a brand new USS carrier. As we've seen every single art for all of the other carriers, the only ones left are the Essex class. So this is highly likely to be an Essex class carrier, and because there's the eagle in the background, my best guess is that this is probably going to be the Yorktown from the Essex class. The reason I suggest it's going to be Yorktown is because in Azur Lane they tied the image of the eagle to the Yorktown class, so purely on the basis of the eagle in the background, I'm guessing it's Yorktown. I could be totally wrong here, but it would be nice if I'm right. So the reward this time, as you saw, was 2 cubes and coins. I went back and 3-starred the map, and the reward for doing that is a 16-inch Mark 6 purple gun. So not too shabby. Now obviously hard mode is the exact same maps, it's just a very much higher difficulty and a limit on what ships you can take. I'll probably upload footage of clearing that just for the curiosity's sake, for anybody who wants to see it. The second part of the event is going to be released, as I said before, on the 1st of January, and that's going to be the second world. So that, as I said, is going to be map B and map D. So look forward to seeing that. The main thing I'll say here is that the video could be a bit delayed. This video has taken me actually a lot longer than I thought it would to get made and put up, but circumstances can't be helped. Now, these are time limited events, and so it's important to get the information done and put up as quickly as I can. So I can't really choose to wait until I've got a better time to actually record them. The other videos that I have been working on, those have actually been put on hold until my situation changes and I can actually record a much better, clearer audio. The KMS event, which is on Japan, that event I haven't got any videos for because I don't play on Japan servers, but I do have a replication video, so if anybody's stuck on what replication is, then that video exists. The KMS event information, however, there's plenty of information about it because Chinese servers went through it before, but there isn't that much information for this event, which is again why you're getting this video put up and out there as fast as possible. So yeah, the other videos, as I said, they're not time essential, so they are coming. They're just going to end up taking a bit more time to get there. Anyway, that's it for now, and I'll see you soon.